Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS as well. Peace and salutation to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is 47th Presidential Inauguration. It's when it's Donald Trump, then, president-elect, now he's president. Happened today. I watched it live on YouTube of Fox News. And I got it pulled up here. It's still live. They're doing some type of parade or whatever the case may be.
President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end. And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before. I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited.
All right, so he goes on, to say, a lot of bold things, a lot of statements, basically America is great. He's puffing at his enemies. He mentioned China, regarding the Panama Canal, and I mean, that's pretty much about it. And he talks about stopping wars, but then he threatens to take back a whole bunch of stuff. So let me grab this real quick, because America is the revised Roman Empire. Now, Daniel 7:19, it says, "Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others," right, which is the Roman Empire, "exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, and even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows." Right, and this is that revised Roman Empire. right? This is Babylon the Great. But, so like I said, Trump goes on to say, a lot of, bold and statements about basically making America great. Again, it goes into First Thessalonians 5:3. When he shall say peace and safety, Trump's whole thing here is peace and safety. And his whole message, it just talks about making America great again and standing on business and regarding the things that he said regarding the Panama Canal, the Gulf of America, and different things like that, which even now, because this was aired like at 1 or 12:30, it's now 5:39. These different people have come out to say, these things are not going to happen. So anyway, this is Second Ezra 9, and this is Second Ezra 6 and verse 8. It says, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the hill and the hand." Other question, Ezra, asked thou not, right? And this is going to the fact that, Esau came out first. He was born first, and Jacob held on to his hill, right? And then Jacob came out, and basically, the hand was first, and the hill is the end. And reading this again, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed." So, the hill of Esau is his end, and then right after that is the kingdom of Yasharal, right? So they're elect, and we'll go back to Daniel 7 and just get 18. There's no peace and safety. There's no making America great again. They're at the end, and they know it. So Daniel 7:15, it says, "I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all of this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." So that's the point. We're at the last beast, right? We're at the revived Roman Empire. You have your guy, Elon Musk. He attended the inauguration of Donald Trump. He's in the cabinet of Donald Trump, and he tweeted on X that America is the revised Rome, right? But these are things that the prophets, the men of the Lord, the elder apostles of GMS on down have been telling you already. But a rich man has also said it, that this is the revised Rome, and we are at the last beast. It says, "I beheld," and I just read these. "I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against him unto the Ancient of Days." This is Yahweh Bashmi Shai came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. So it goes into it. Says, I read a little bit of it. Daniel 7:23, "Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all the kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces." Now it was diverse because of the Senate. Even in the introduction of Trump's speech, he spoke on it. He gave a shout out to those different individuals, the Senate, and all that different things. Because every kingdom before that just had, the king, and then maybe an heir or something after that ruled and gave the orders. But this kingdom is, you have to do things like executive orders to get around, the Senate and things like that. So that's what made it diverse from different kingdoms. It says, "In the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after him. He shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings." Right. So just, it basically went into, the vassal states, things like that. And then ultimately Esau, Edom coming up out of that, that little horn. It says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hands until a time and times and dividing of times." Right. So we're at that point, where basically our judgment has ended and Esau judgment is here. And it is clear to see because of the prophecies, right? We can clearly see the Medes, which is Russia, rising up against Babylon the Great, and these different countries rising up, saying that they are stronger than America, right? And Trump is going into that in his message, basically saying things like they're going to make America back great again. They're not going to be bullied or anything like that, because that's exactly what's happening here in these last days. America is being bullied and not treated fairly, getting taxed heavily, for their ships to pass the Panama Canal in different areas and things like that. And Trump is, this guy that's supposed to bring in peace and safety. It says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. Right. So there's no fixing what's to come. You can try. That's why Isaiah 47 says, stand now without enchantments. Right. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Right. But nothing can be done about it. It says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him, right unto Yahweh Bashmi Shah. Here, too, is the end of the matter, right? So the end of all of this is basically, Esau, Edom going down, and being in subjection to Yahweh Bashmi Shah and the saints, right? Into their kingdom. It says, here too is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cognition much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my mind. Right? So that's the point, These are heavy visions that Daniel seen. So read this again. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the hill and the hand. Other portion, Ezra, asked thou not. Like I explained, Esau's the end, Jacob is the beginning. This is Revelations 13:11. It says, I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. And matter of fact, since I got this, I touched on it a little bit. I grabbed Revelations 20. So you see Satan bound. It says Revelation 21, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So Esau Edom was bound 1,000 years. When did it happen? When the Roman Empire fell. And, they blocked out history, right? We have something called the Byzantine Empire, right? They don't like to mention that because that's the Dark Ages. That's when the so-called black man ruled, right? Dark, melanated people. Revelation 23, and cast him into the bottomless pit, right, which is Europe, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him that, and there's basically is no mineral resources in Europe, right? That's why it's a bottomless pit, right? And scripture's going to calling land masses pits. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. Right, so Esau Edom will come back and revive the Roman Empire in the Renaissance, right, the rebirth period, and go back out to deceive the nations after being, thrown down for a period of 1,000 years. You jump down to verse 7. It says, Satan freed and doomed. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. It says, Gog and Magog, which is Russia, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So see, we're at the end. If you are looking what's happening in the world, Russia and America are at odds. And they're going to war. It's going to be a nuclear war, World War III. And that's the point. Esau came out, and he did what he did. He was given into his hand, he put us through slavery and all of that, and he deceived the nations. And now it's time for the judgment of Esau, war, right? And Donald Trump is going to be the president in office, to see that through. Grab this. Limitations 4 and 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O Lord of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O Lord of Zion. You will no more carry thee away into captivity. See, this is the last kingdom. This, like I just read, this is the last kingdom. There's no more kingdoms after this, but the kingdom of Yahweh Bashmi Shai, right? It's our kingdom, right? So we're not going into captivity anymore. We're going into glory, right? He will visit thine iniquity, O Lord of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that's exactly what's been happening, right? And that's why we have been trying to shut down TikTok, and do all the things that they're doing, basically. You know, Trump is that guy to try to fix what they have destroyed, basically. And there's no fixing, there's no healing Babylon, right? That's Isaiah, that's Jeremiah 51:9. So, so I got that. Revelation 13:11. I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Here in this inauguration video, you have the guy Biden sitting down right next to Trump while Trump is standing up speaking. Right, these are the two horns like a lamb, the Democrat and Republican Party. Right, and then a good point to bring out. He was talking about, man, I wish I would have found it. He said something because, like I said, I watched the whole thing, but he was basically, when they was running and trying to stop Donald Trump, they were saying it was the Republican Party, right? They were saying it was the Republican Party that, I mean, not a Democrat Party that tried to throw me in prison. Or they're after me, or Kamala Harris, Biden, whatever the case may be. And then all those people is sitting right next to him. But who was not there? Russia. Russia was not there. You had a lot of individuals there, but Russia was not there because Russia is a true enemy to America. But the lies that they tell is, the wicked are established in a womb, they go astray as soon as they won't be born speaking lies. Revelation 13:11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Like I just said, they're going to come down with great wrath. That's Revelation 12:12. You had the same individuals, and that's an excellent point. I say, Paul, Lord, Yahweh, Bashmi Shai. I remember that, and that the Spirit brought it back to me just now. Two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That's the point. This devil, it's nothing about to be good. All right, it's all lies. Nothing is about to be good. This is Psalm 55:20. He had put forth his hands against such, right? And this dragon goes to the draconian measures. This man, Donald Trump, has over 100 executive orders. He's just sitting there signing them, right? He's gonna bring these different laws that's gonna, bring people problems. As Psalm 55:20, he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. This is not the first time that has happened that Donald Trump has spoken. It's like, damn, this nigga is gonna save America, but it's all bullshit, right? It's all lies. It says, cast thy burden upon the Lord, Yahweh, Bashmi Shai, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved, right? So you're gonna need the Lord in the days to come. But thou, Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. See, so there's an end for Esau Edom, and it's fastly approaching, right? And Donald Trump may well be that president to see, it through, as in the end, nuclear war and all of that. This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Right? So this devil is still dirty, right? He wanted to point out, trying to bring back peace. He spoke about Martin Luther King, who has integrated his people into a burning house, and America will soon be burning, right? This kingdom will not stand at all, right? There's no hope here in Babylon at all. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, right? And this goes into anything. Let me get this. This is Psalms 10. Because the same thing, if you've been paying attention, their enemies, Russia, they've been lying to Russia for a long time now. And it's a perfect example. And now you got to mention in China and things like that. It's Psalms 10 in verse 5. Let's just start at 1. This is exactly what Trump was doing. Psalms 10 and 1. Bear with me. Psalms 10 and 1, it says, Why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh, watch me, I will shy, while hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Right, and these devils about to come down with great rap talking about with these executive orders. We don't know who's an immigrant, who's not an immigrant. Basically, we just going a lot of y'all just gonna be swept away so we can try to fix this place that's fell and fallen. It says, For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covets whom the Lord abhorreth. Right. So this devil is basically boasting of his heart's desire, right? And he's using lies and hiding the war under his tongue. This man is talking about the Gulf of America, in which we, the men of the Lord, the prophets, the whole flag, we can give a fuck less about whatever you want to call you were given the blessing of the sword, and you getting the fatness of the earth. So if you want to call it Gulf of America, bro, do you, but ultimately, Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai is coming, and all of this is going to be ours, right? It says, For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covets whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. Yahweh is not in all of his thoughts. Now, I don't know I was watching the inauguration. I don't know if he put his hand on the Bible. I seen his wife holding the Bible. I didn't see his hand on the Bible. That's just something I noticed. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. Whatever the case may be. These devils are wicked anyway, so it don't matter, right? It says his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. And that's the point. And this is a perfect example towards Russia, right? Because these are all Edomites here. These are all enemies of the Lord. But we, the prophets, men of the Lord, have witnessed and watched it, how America has played and toyed with Russia, right? Made them think they were friends and things like that, having their black cabal mention them in their songs, and all of that. It says, Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Now to let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Right? So anybody this devil can get over on, he will get over on you and will destroy you. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. The enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And that goes to Habakkuk. All right, we can grab it real quick too. Habakkuk 2:5, it says, Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, this nigga is signing 100+ executive orders. Donald Trump, the president-elect, this wine goes into his law, his policy, and things like that, right? Man is drunken with power. It says, Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is also a proud man, not to keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. He goes into the Gulf of America. Greenland is America. Canada is America. The Pacific America. And is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations and keepeth unto him all people. That's the point. And then what we're about to witness now is these weak individuals, these nations that were weak, stand up for themselves now and come against this devil, which we are seeing already. Just as soon as the statements came out saying, no, that's not going to happen. Panama Canal is ours. 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. That's the point, because these devils are the root of all our problems. Everything that's going on, now they're trying to fix it. But the Lord Yahweh watch me outside, right? We don't need help. We don't need to trust in Egypt. Right? We don't need Trump to tell us making America great again. And it was never great, right? It was founded to of blood. You grab this. That's Nahum 3. It was only great for them when they had slaves and we were the slaves, the so-called black people. Right. So I don't know how they gonna make it great when they paying niggas and nothing is inflation. Right. No one don't want no peanuts and crumbs, right? People want money. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery, the prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and glittering spear, and there is a multitude slain in great number of carcasses, and there is none in of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. That's the point. Woe to America. Woe to the bloody city, because destruction is at hand, right? It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, watch me outside of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste, whom will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? And that's the point, Woe to the bloody city, right? If adversity come back in second Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. See, a lot of you individuals are going to get bamboozled. He will shake his head, and we've seen that with TikTok. Niggas crying, right? He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. And I can't wait to see all this stuff he was talking about, making America great and all this peace and safety. We're going to see. Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Right? So you think you bring in peace and safety, the Most High is about to destroy you. Right? Whatever the case may be, we're going to get that. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. 2 Ezra chapter 9. You just started one. The point I want is probably in 6 and 5. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part the signs past, which I've told you before. Right? You need to understand what this is talking about. You need the knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. You need to know the prophecies, because this goes into the last beast, the last kingdom of the earth. Right? No more thinking, man, who's going to be the next president? Or America's at their 250-year period, and usually kingdom fall. I want to know who's next. Is it China? Is it Russia? No. We're at the end. Right? All hell is about to break loose. Yahweh Shai is coming. It's over. It says, 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Don't look up, right? We, the hopeful elect, we can look up, we see the chariots, they're flying around, they're doing what they're doing, they're shooting out these goofy ass drones, right? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, we see this is increased. We see it. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High Yahweh Bashmiel shall speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Right. And 2025 started off with a bang, fireworks popping off, and all of that is going to end in nuclear destruction, and it's going to keep heating up. That I'll say shalom to those who elect, which consists of men, women, and children, shalom.